Hey, how you doing, guys? Today, I want to talk to you guys about buying data, right? There's a lot of companies out there that dedicate their entire business to collect data, right? And I'm going to talk to you guys about pros and cons. So, first of all, I want to explain real quick how they gather the data. So if you see games in Facebook, games in Instagram, or loyalty cards, or any kind of form that you get submit your information, all this data has been collected, and most of the time it's going to be a broker, right, that is collecting this data. So surveys, you name it. There's a lot of ways how they collect data. So this is how they collect the data. So it depends on how far you go, and they've been analyzing how much information you give up to these games and form that you're filling up. Uh, they keep sending you more and more, so that you can start revealing more information about you. So they collect data, then they put it in audiences. Okay. An audience is like, let's say, fashionist, right? They put an ad or survey or contest about fashion shows or whatever, and they start putting you in this basket. And the same thing with all the industries, right? Let's say you're a soccer aficionado, or you work in construction, or you're a legal professional, or you're a professional in any other industry. So this is how they put it, right? So now they start giving you stuff, maybe free stuff, and they start collecting this data, and they put it in audiences. Now, this is a 200 billion business, okay? So there is a lot of money involved. And there's a lot of companies. Sometimes I buy data, sometimes I collect my own data, right? I'd rather collect my own data because I know is the accuracy of this data. So uh, this is very interesting because this business has been evolving, as much as sometimes they start collecting behavior patterns in the audience. So it's really interesting. Now, not all that is good. So I want to mention the pros and cons, but first of all, I'm explaining, what it is. Now, the problem here is that they have to sell the data, right, in order to for them to make money. Sometimes they don't classify or they don't specify exactly. For example, what exactly or in the right basket. Let me give you an example. Let's say you go for people that is have any affinity about soccer, right? So they say, okay, let's go with soccer, but in soccer it's like, okay, you have age group, right, and then you have gender, and then you have we're an Hispanic marketing agency, so we work a lot with multiculturalism. And then you have microcultures, right? Let's say it's soccer but it's just aficionado, then it's a soccer but it's a professional, or he only watch like Europe soccer tournaments, right, or the World Cup, right? So you have those microcultures, and they don't go that specific sometimes, right? They get desperate. So uh, the Harvard Business Review made an investigation about this business structure, and there's really, really interesting, good data. I have the article in front of me. I want to see if I can put the article uh, link in the video later, so you guys can go and see. But to tell you, for example, the accuracy of the gender, uh, it was only 42%, 42.5%, right? The accuracy. So basically, and every 10 people, only four people, they got the right data, right? And it's lower than 50%. And in average, in every single audience segment, 77% was incorrect, the data. So that is one of the biggest cons, because in order for them to make money, they have to sell it, and they don't take the time, like I say, to investigate deeper. That's why we always trying to get our own data. So, and other, for example, let me see, other in about 80% of the cases, they gather with the data about gender, no, age group. It was easier, I think. Let me see. Yeah, age group. It was accurate. So sometimes they're good in collecting some kind of data, and the other one not that good. Okay, so depends of your needs of your business. You can consider buying this data. So the problem with having poor quality data is that let's say you buy an audience and you advertise, right? So you have two expenses here. You have to buy the data and then put money behind the data that is not 100% accurate, right? Now, nothing is 100% accurate because, behaviors change, but the pattern is what you're basically buying. And you have this big chunk of money behind this data, and if you're not the right one, of course you're going to lose a lot of money, and you're not going to have the performance that you or the conversion that you're looking for. So let me see, I have more data on age was slightly better. Like I say, it's easier to collect age groups, and but the pros and cons will be, what I will do, this is like a con, right? It's not fresh data. It's not your data. You have to put money behind the wrong data, okay? And the conversion is going to be low most of the time. The pros will be, it saves you a lot of time in collecting data, right? And what I will do if I was you and you say, man, I don't care, I'm going to put this money, maybe it's a list that costs a couple $100, it's fine. But then when you launch, let's say, an email marketing campaign or retarget campaign, or I don't know, any campaign that you're using this data for, have your own metrics, okay? If you use this data, it's okay, but if you have your own metrics, I'll retarget to measure or have another filter for this for the conversions or the impressions that you measure, independent KPI that you having. You will start improving this audience that you targeted or the people that are visiting your website. So use this data to collect better data. That's what I will do. So if you're just planning to buying leads or buying those kind of audiences, that's what I will do. As a marketing agency, we see or we get offers of thousands of you say lists, email leads or phone numbers or whatever. So we're always trying to make the right questions. And if you looking to buy, this is the questions that I will make. How fresh it is, how often you filter, and of course, in the end of the day, is you're flipping a coin, right? You just roll the dice with this data buying. Collect your data. The most important thing that you can do is your biggest real estate is your website, email list, and phone numbers. Start collecting phone numbers so you can go directly to your consumer faster and more accurate. They can get better than that. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Please don't forget to subscribe. I will throw more information, what to do, how to do it. You guys can find me in any social media as an Hispanic influencer. Thank you so much. See you guys later.